2 verse 8, when the Most High divided to the nations.
When the Most High, when he divided to the nations, what did he give us?
Their inheritance.
He gave every single nation of people their inheritance. Read.
When he separated the sons of Adam.
He separated the sons of Adam. There were 18 nations of people that came out of the descendants of Noah. Noah had Shem, Japheth, and Ham. All of those people are here today on the face of the earth. We descend, each and every person on the face of the earth, they descend from one of those people. Read.
He set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel.
We are the Lord's portion. We are the Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans.
That's right.
You know? Finish that out.
That's it.
Read what you got.
Actually, let me get this next verse. Verse 9. For the Lord's portion is his people.
The Lord's portion is his people. He has a chosen people, a chosen bloodline, a chosen seed from the loins of Abraham, which gave it all to Isaac, which he gave it to Jacob, whose Jacob's name was changed to Israel. Read.
Jacob is the lot of his inheritance.
So all these doctrines, all these false ideologies, all these religions, you know, where are they getting these doctrines from? It's not from the Lord. It's not out of the Bible. Read that up.
This is Ecclesiastes chapter 4, verse 16. There is no end of all the people.
There is no end of all the people. The same people that survived the flood here today. So what are these people in these Christianity churches, what do they say? Are they saying that Israel is done away and everybody get drafted in into the covenant?
The book of Daniel chapter 9 verse 11. Yea, all Israel have transgressed thy law. Slacky.
All Israel, we have transgressed the law, the covenant which Moses get from the Most High and gave it unto us when we came past through the Red Sea into the wilderness. He gave us a law that we must abide by. We broke it. Read.
Even by departing, that they might not obey thy voice.
Even until this day, 2/3 of us, we don't obey what was given to us. Read.
Therefore the curse is poured upon us.
The curses that is in Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, the 15th verse, is poured upon us. Give me Deuteronomy 28 and 15. You read that off.
This is Romans chapter 11, verse 1. I say then, have God cast away his people? God forbid.
God have not cast away his people which he foreknew. So what is this doctrine, this Christianity, this church is coming up with?
Right.
How can they even make a religion based off 3 words that's in the New Testament? Because the word Christian is only used 3 times in the New Testament. Are you so oblivious? How are you so blind-eyed, so misguided, you know, in the words they say? You not pick up the book and read for yourself? Don't trust in every person's word. Right. Trust in Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah. Trust in the Most High in the name of his Son, who you ignorantly call Jesus Christ. Read that.
And the real Christians according to the Bible.
That's right. Read that.
God forbid. For I also am an Israelite, of the seed of Abraham, of the tribe of Benjamin.
Even Paul is telling you his nationality. How can you so-called Christians look over this? Are ye going mad? Are ye nothing but fools? Read that.
Romans chapter 11, verse 2. God hath not cast away his people, which he foreknew. Won't he not what the scripture says of Elias? How he maketh intercessions of God against Israel, saying, Lord, they have killed thy prophets, and dig down thy altars.
They've killed the prophets because these same spirits, you know, they are the descendants of the ones who killed the prophets before time. And it's the same thing happening over and over and over again. You know? Is that it? That's it on that?
And I am left alone, and I seek my life.
And they seek our life. We are here preaching the word and truth and sincerity. And yet they still seek our life.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Since we have not kept the law of God as a whole, the curses are poured upon us. Read verse 16.
Verse 16. Cursed shalt thou be in the city.
Are we not cursed in the city? Are we not cursed wherever we go in this country when we came to in our captivity?
And cursed shalt thou be in the field.
Are we not cursed in the cotton fields, in the tobacco fields, in the sugarcane fields? Were we not cursed in modern day field, which is the work field? Do we not have to clock in to go to work, to buy food, to get paid to buy food and clothing and water? Read that out.
This is Zechariah, chapter 11, verse 5. Whose possessors slay them, and hold themselves not guilty.
We are in the possession of the enemies, the Caucasians, the Europeans, the so-called white men. Read.
And they that sell them say, Blessed be the Lord, for I am rich, and their own shepherds pity them not. Zechariah chapter 11, verse 5. Whose possessors slay them, and hold themselves not guilty.
They slay us and hold themselves not guilty. You seen all these trials that we have in the past? We never catch the break. Emmett Till, all our people are led as a slaughter into the houses. You know? Read that.
And they that sell them say, Blessed be the Lord, for I am rich, and their own shepherds pity them not.
This is the book of Isaiah 42, verse 22. But this is a people robbed and spoiled.
We are people robbed and spoiled. They give us a job, you know, a high-paying job, 6-figure jobs, and we just comfortable with that, knowing that they kind of force you to sin to keep these jobs, right? They keep you far away from the truth, you know? They give you a gift and you get spoiled by it.
They are all of them snared in holes.
We are all snared in holes. Read.
And they are hid in prison houses.
And we are held in prison houses. We make up 70% of the prison inmates in all of these jail houses. So-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans. You know?
They are for a prey.
We are for a prey. They even have television shows where they park cars in suburbs, you know, or in ghetto areas, you know, where they park cars and they watch and wait for people of all people to steal it. You know? Bank cars. And they make money off of our ignorance, you know?
And none delivereth.
And none deliver us. None saith restore.
This is Haggai, chapter 1, verse 6. Ye have sown much, and bring in little.
Ye have so much, but bring in little. How many jobs have most of our people got to work to pay their bills, to keep their houses, to make sure that their kids stay in school, to make sure that child protective services don't take their children, you know, read.
Slakia. Ye have sown so much and bring in little. Ye eat, but ye have not enough. Ye drink, but ye are not filled with drink. Ye clothe you, but there is none warm. And he that earneth wages to put into a bag with holes.
How many bills you have to pay? You have to pay taxes. You getting paid and you giving it right back. You don't even get long vacation days. And most of the time, when you go to work, you have to work with your hands. Read what you got, huh?
You said 3 and 8?
Yeah.
This is the book of Baruch, chapter 3, verse 8. Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity.
We are yet this day in our captivity. Because, oh, keep reading.
Where thou hast scattered us.
Where the Lord has scattered us to be a reproach, so we can be reproved here in the land of our captivity. This isn't our rest. Why are you making this our rest when it isn't? Read.
For a reproach and a curse.
We are cursed, as it states in Deuteronomy in the 28th chapter, the 15th verse. Read.
And to be subject to payments.
We are subject to pay. We have to pay a people who can't prosper in their ways. Their blessing is the sword. The so-called white man, that is his blessing. He can't rule the earth without it. He can't conquer without his sword. Read.
According to all the iniquities of our fathers.
We are paying our fathers' tithe. The iniquity of our fathers. Read.
Which departed from the Lord our God.
Isaiah chapter 51, verse 20. Thy son hath fainted, and they lie at the head of the streets, as a wild bull in the net. They are full of fury of the Slaki. They are full of fury of the Lord.
We are full of the fury of the Lord. Most of our Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, you know, they feel like the system is boxing them in a way where they have to sell drugs to one another, where they have to kill one another so they can maintain their profit on the Pacific block, gang-banging against their own people, when they should be trying to gather amongst themselves, come back to this Bible so that we can prosper, so that we can wait for the Lord to return and redeem us. Keep reading.
They are full of fury of the Lord, the rebuke of thy God.
They are full of the fury of the Lord, the rebuke of thy God. What I got?
Limitations 51. Remember, O Lord, what is come upon us. Consider and behold our reproach.
Read that again, Art.
Remember, O Lord, what is come upon us.
We're
Go ahead.
asking the Lord to remember us. We're asking the Lord and we're crying out to him. Read.
And behold our reproach. Our verse 2. Our inheritance is turned to strangers.
Our inheritance is turned to strangers. The Lord made their inheritance desolate. They can only go, the only way they can survive, the enemies, the so-called white men, the Europeans, and these other nations, the only way they can survive if they take from us. Aren't you mad, Jacob? Have they taken enough from us?
They're parasitic.
They're parasitic. They're leechers. Read.
Our houses to aliens.
Our houses are turned to aliens. Have you ever looked at Israel? They have a whole city, Tel Aviv, full of homosexuals.
Verse 3. We are orphans and fatherless. Our mothers are as widows.
We are orphans and fathers. Most of our fathers are in jail or been killed, by their own brother. Read.
Verse 4, we have drunken our water for money. Our wood is sold unto us.
Even the Native Americans who was on this land before the conquistadors came and conquered, their water is sold unto them. Their wood is sold unto them. They have no might of their own. Read.
Verse 5, our necks are under persecution.
We are under persecution every day. Don't you get enough of it, you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans?
That's right.
Read.
Our necks are under persecution. We labor and have no rest.
We labor and have no rest. This really isn't our rest here. We gonna be resting when Yahushua returns or when them nuclear missiles come and destroy this wicked place.
That's right.
Go drop down to 16.
Verse 16, the crown is falling from our head.
The crown is falling from our head. We was once a royal priesthood, a royal nation. Decked out with jewelry, decked out with gold in our mouths. Our women dressed in modest apparel. Our women were so delicate that their feet couldn't even touch the ground. Read.
Woe unto us,
Woe unto us, destruction unto us. Read.
that we have sinned. For this our heart is faint. For these things our eyes are dim.
Drop down.
Verse 21, turn thou us unto thee, O Lord.
We're asking the Lord to turn unto us. We're trying out here. Read.
And we shall be turned. Renew our days as of old.
Renew the days as of old. The Lord has always told us to remember the past. Don't forget what's been done to us. Don't forget the sins that our forefathers have done, because we are still paying their tab.
Verse 22, but thou hast utterly rejected us. Thou art very wroth against us.
The Most High is very wroth against us.
Isaiah chapter 57, verse 15. For thus said the high and lofty ones that inhabit eternity, whose name is holy. I dwell in the high and holy place, with him also that is of a contrite and humble spirit.
It's a good thing to be humble. It's a good thing to want to hear the word of the Lord.
The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 2, verse 12. Now we have received not the spirit of the world, but the spirit which is of God.
We haven't received the spirit of this world, because this world will corrupt you, will kill you, will pollute your mind. Read.
But the spirit which is of God, that we might know the things that are freely given to us of God.
We receive the spirit of the Lord, the words of this Bible. We stay in this Bible. We live this Bible. Read.
Verse 13, which things also we speak, not in the words which man's wisdom teacheth.
We don't speak about man's wisdom. Man's wisdom is vanity, is vexation of spirit. Read.
But which the Holy Ghost teacheth, comparing spiritual things with spiritual.
Give me Exodus 19, 5, 12, 14.
This is 1 Samuel chapter 12, verse 14. If ye will fear the Lord and serve him and obey his voice,
If ye will fear the Lord, the beginning of wisdom, of knowledge and understanding is the fear of the Lord.
That's right.
It's the fear of Yahweh. Read.
and not rebel against his commandments.
Don't rebel against his commandments, it'll only lead to your destruction.
That's right.
Read.
Then shall both ye and also the king that reigneth over you continue. Follow the Lord your God. 1 Samuel chapter 12, verse 15. But if ye will not obey the voice of the Lord and rebel against the commandments of the Lord, then shall the hand of the Lord be against you.
If you rebel against the commandments of Yahweh, then his hand shall be against you. We are his children. He chastises us every day. Are you not a father or mother of your own children? Don't you punish your children when they do something against your will? How much ever more so the Most High against us? Read.
As it against your fathers.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 19, verse 5. Now, therefore, if ye will obey my voice indeed, and keep my covenant, then ye shall be a peculiar treasure unto me above all people, for all the earth is mine.
The earth belongs to Yahweh.
That's
and he's
right.
giving it unto his son. If ye will only obey his voice, we shall eat the good of the land.
This is Exodus chapter 23, verse 22. But if thou shalt indeed obey his voice and do all that I speak, then I will be an enemy unto thy enemies, and an adversary unto thy adversary.
If you will only do what the Lord Yahweh say do, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, then he will be an enemy toward your enemy, and he will fight for you. You know?
The book of Job, chapter 2, verse 10. But he said unto her, Thou speakest as one of the foolish women speakest. What? Shall we receive good at the hand of God, and shall we not receive evil? In all this did not Job sin with his lips?
When ye begin to serve the Lord, prepare your soul for temptation.
Right.
You know? Because what these so-called Christians say, you know, they think we out here speaking hate. They think we out here speaking some foolishness, but they don't understand the words of Yahweh Yahweh Shai. They don't understand this Bible. They're just hearers of the word. They're not doers. You know? And with that, I concede